In this video, we will take some steps to rationalize the denominator. And what that means is to do away with the radical sign. Typically, the square root of something is an irrational number, and so to rationalize means to get rid of that radical. Okay, on this one, we've got 2 times the square root of x plus 3. So when you have something like this, you can multiply by what we call the conjugate. So it'll be 2 times the square root of x minus 3. And we've got to do that on the top and the bottom. So I'll show that here. We've got 2 times the square root of x minus 3 on the top, and also 2 times the square root of x minus 3 on the bottom. Okay, what happens when we multiply that? I'll show that quickly. We have the square root of x times 2 square roots of x, and that gives 2x. And then square root of x times negative 3, that gives negative 3 times the square root of x. And then 2 times 2 square roots of x gives 4 square roots of x. And then 2 times negative 3 gives negative 6. That's the numerator. In the denominator, we get 2 times the square root of x times the square root of x, or 2 square roots of x times 2 square roots of x gets 4 times x. And that is because the square root of x squared just equals x, by the way, as I'm doing that. 2 square roots of x times negative 3 is negative 6 square roots of x. And then positive 3 times 2 square roots of 3, 2 square roots of x is positive 6 square roots of x. And then 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. Okay, let's start combining some like terms here. I'll show that with a different color. So we have 2x in the numerator, and then minus 3x plus, or minus 3 square roots of x plus 4 square roots of x gives a positive square root of x. And then minus 6. That's in the numerator. In the denominator, we get negative 6 square roots of x and positive 6 square roots of x. So those just add to 0. So in the denominator, we have 4x minus 9. And that's going to do it for that one. We have rationalized the denominator. It's okay if the radical shows up in the numerator. There's no problem. And it's okay if we have an x in the denominator, as long as we don't have a square root in the denominator. Okay, I hope that helps.